heroes, it's Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour with your host, Bob Katie,
and John Piccarillo.
Welcome to episode 130 of Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Welcome aboard, folks.
Oh, we're all full of piss and vinegar today on a Monday. Well, you're listening to this on Friday, but we're doing this on Monday. All hell's broken loose in the world.
Because Bob's learned his lesson about trying to do all the editing immediately after the taping. Had a little echo on YouTube.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
If you watch that.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you just kiss my left nut?
So I'm apologizing for Bob. He had a little echo on YouTube. I know we have some watchers. That's why I apologize right out of the gate. I know at least half a dozen committed watchers.
Jackass.
Just saying.
Jackass.
Well, I just...
What an asshole!
Yeah, well,
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
when you spend this much time around Bob, you gain a little knowledge about being an asshole. So, rule number one of being an asshole,
You're goddamn right I do. So here come two words for you. Shut the fuck up.
when you get to, you poke it.
You're making a big mistake, cowboy.
Putty.
What an asshole!
Yeah. Welcome aboard, folks.
There's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
Well, it started out, Bob was going to not do the top 10 that I prepared for. Again, this isn't the first time. Today was like the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like, because I've already done it all by myself a couple times, just because I had done it, and you were like, in the last minute, oh no, I don't think I'm going to do that. What kind of planning is that? It's poor planning. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You see how that is? See how that is, guys? See what I'm saying right there?
Oh, that's gay.
You need a plan.
Hey, don't do that.
That's right.
That's gay.
He thought we were going to talk about two subjects for an entire hour.
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the initial thought.
No. But I know if I planned 3 things to talk about, we're lucky if we get to one, because you start somewhere and you end up
Well, that's just
and leads us places
That's
that
just-
aren't necessarily bad, but that's what happens.
that's what happens. That's what the show is about.
I know. I know.
Oh, you're all angry now.
So, if you've been listening, you know I was in Italy not too long ago.
Yeah. We think we've got that.
I don't know, it's still in me. You know what I mean? I haven't shaken it. Most vacations, you get thrown back into everyday life and it's over. But this one's clinging on to me. It's brought
Klingon?
Yeah, it's given me some enlightenment.
That's what you need is enlightenment.
That's right.
There seems to have been a misunderstanding about what kind of boat guys we're going to be.
I should have probably tried harder like Lightning. He boxes and he's used to training every morning. And
Who?
Lightning.
Lightning.
Lonnie was his name, but I met him and the guys said, but you can call him Lightning. And he seemed to like it. So, box. If you got lightning fast punches, that's a good thing. That might be the idea there.
I don't think he wanted to get into a ring with him, probably.
No, he trained regular. He know a lot about it too. But he tried every day to
I
find a
mean,
gym.
you get hurt.
And he finally found one. And it was the happiest day he had while he was there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll probably see them again. They were fun.
Yeah. American, obviously. From around here, right? Because the whole
Yeah.
group was from around here.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
More or
Yeah,
less.
I really it touched my soul, you know. He's laughing. How about we do one of those thingy dingies that we have to do?
It's not time yet. It's not thingy dingy time.
That's what you say.
I guess we should address what obviously we should talk about was basically the Las Vegas massacre
Yeah.
that we woke up to this morning, because we're doing the podcast on Monday, even though you're not hearing it until Friday, at some kind of country festival in Las Vegas by Mandalay Bay, which they're saying 59 dead and 527 or something injured when we went to record this. So and
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
if you recall, I've said it in the past. Not surprised. I was always surprised about how these armed psychopaths
Didn't kill more people.
didn't kill more people.
Yeah.
And it seems like, well, Orlando was like 49 people. This is, possibly 60. And,
From what they know about the guy, he was totally regular.
those are the ones you got to watch out for.
It's really weird. Like, they interviewed his brother, and he's like, "No, man."
Yeah, well, like what's the screw what's the turn that finally went? I need to shoot a ton of people.
Well, he took himself out, so
Oh, he did?
yeah. Well, that's what the report I heard was. The report I heard said he had dozens of weapons in his room. Now
They're saying 17 or 18
how do you get that many
plus
rifles?
explosives.
How do you get that much into a hotel room? I mean, you can't really make a rifle too small.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he's got some sophisticated James Bond shit going on.
I don't know.
You got to notice something like coming in the door like that. But anyway, I heard he took his own life, and now that would be, if you were at the point where like I don't want to live anymore. I don't know what the sick, twisted thing is that says I need to take some people out before I go, and then
Yeah.
choose a crowd that you're not selecting anybody that's done you any.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I understand it more if they're like, you know what? The ex-wife or the ex-girlfriend or the asshole at work really pissed me off, and I'm going to go to their place of employment and start shooting
You
the
could
place
see how
up.
you might snap like that.
Yeah. But this one is so
Testing.
this one is this is one of those ones where you sit there and like, well, even the Orlando nightclub shooting, there was more like pretty much right away they had a feel for like what that guy was about.
Right, and he was a little more out there.
Yeah, well, he was a little bit more radicalized
Right.
stuff. This one is so like,
They haven't really said or described, but he sounds very white.
oh, he is.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. He is very, very white. Which the Orlando one wasn't white. He had some kind of ethnic background.
That one felt more like because everything's an attack now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that one felt a little bit more terrorist-like. Mm-hmm. This is weird.
Yeah. Well, like we're not even finding anything out. Like what's the motive behind it? Mm-hmm. We don't have anything. It's just nothing. Just
That's pretty weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because it's not human nature.
Is it? I don't know. At this point, I'm starting to wonder. You know what I mean?
Jealousy, maybe.
Jealousy to what?
Somebody said, I think I heard his brother said he was pretty wealthy. He was a real estate.
Yeah, that he was a. None of it makes any sense. Like what suddenly snapped. You know what I mean?
It's fucked up.
Hopefully we'll hear something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Leave a manifesto behind, something, so we can, know if we have to look out for more crazy people or not coming from wherever you went crazy.
I don't know. Maybe that's the whole point. They don't want to know.
Did
they
he
don't,
get
they
it-
don't want you to know.
Did he get a bad batch out of avocados or something, or what? You know, what made him go screwy?
From what I've heard, that's weird.
Yeah. And
But
I was
it got me thinking, though. I mean, it seems like it's on the rise, but is it that we're just hearing it more because of media?
no,
Like,
these are.
I
big-
remember shootings when I was in like elementary school and stuff like that. I mean,
yeah, but
they had
this is the biggest one in history. So it can't. It's not just the media. I mean, they're saying it's the biggest one in history. The one before that, I think, was Orlando.
I still think along the lines of you then, though. 50 is a low
Me?
number
Oh.
for an entire crowd.
They said there was 30,000 there.
exactly.
So yeah, I guess that number is low.
yeah.
You know, but he's 60. It's climbing now.
Well, I know
You what I mean?
I know I heard of some really great interviews with the hospital, the closest hospital. They took in like 300 people, all in all, because of everything from scratches and bruises to gunshot wounds.
Yeah.
And they all came in groups of 30, boom, boom, boom. And they said they handled it really well, which was nice to hear because trauma units are supposed to prepare for the worst case scenario.
Well, Vegas is,
And that's one of the worst
you would
things they've
think,
seen,
You
you
would
know what I
think
mean?
Vegas has got to be on the ready to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's that's a lot of people in a small area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The thing that got it's so Vegas. You have an open air venue so close to these large booming hotels that are so above it that it's easy to, you know what I mean? That's where else is there? Can't do that for football stadiums. You know what I mean? There's nothing, they're usually out in less populated areas.
Yeah.
And even if they are in the city, there's usually nothing around them that buildings that big. A couple baseball stadiums, though. Wrigley Field. Remember, that's one of the big things for Wrigley Field in Chicago for the Cubs. You can go up on the rooftops and watch the game. That'd be probably even less of a distance than what this guy did. And then Camden Yards, same thing. Baltimore, they're always hitting big home runs off of the warehouse there. That's always a major big home run when they hit one off of that warehouse. So because there's a few baseball stadiums that are like that, but when you think of you couldn't do that at SPAC or anything because there's nothing. You'd have to get inside to do any damage.
Right.
So it's really gonna put a thought on where they hold these things of
Yeah. Well, we've been sticking with the indoor venue, so we're okay.
like I said, SPAC would be a lot harder to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, to do that.
You're in a bunker. Stage is kind of like underground.
Yeah, but the lawn, I mean, I guess you could get up in a tree and try to pick a few people off,
Yeah,
but
still have to get a
it's
weapon
still
on the
very
ground.
scattered, you know what I mean?
We don't need to give these psychos any ideas.
Yeah, like psychos are listening to our podcast.
You never know. It's the quiet ones.
Yeah?
I know a couple freaks out there.
Don't talk about the rest of the band that way. They're just friendly freaks. All right,
Who touch my balls
give it to him.
and sniff
Give it to him. Yeah, there he is. There he
Hey.
is. There he is.
you crazy man.
We found out that Chris has got some real dark creeper stuff happening, but I feel like he's friendly.
More
I
than
feel
the
like
rest
he's fairly
of us,
harmless.
I think. Yeah. I think he just likes to talk about it.
Chris.
It's, you were just joking about that thing, right?
Yeah, there were some texts we won't talk about that
I
happened
know.
today.
For incriminating evidence.
And when it started, everybody jumped on board.
Sick and twisted.
Oh, yeah. If any of us do anything, they'll just go back to our text feed and we'll all be screwed.
Do we always wait this long? Let me see. I didn't run my timer. Oh, Brandon is asking a question.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not on the show.
Oh, not for the show?
No.
To you?
Yeah.
Is it okay? Answer it to him on the show.
It'll
He
be
watches.
past due. He's asking about
Well, answer it to him on the show anyway, and then answer it.
okay. So before
If it's
yeah.
doable that way.
I said, do you do anything to the trout before you smoke them? Because we smoke a lot of trout up there.
Yeah.
And the answer is no. Lemon. Lemon and water.
Lemon and water.
Yeah. Let them sit overnight.
Does that
My father likes to tease me about using the same stuff I do in the jerky with the trout, but it's because it's fish, it's not the same.
Yeah.
The beef absorb all that stuff, and one of it is the molasses, and the molasses gets into beef and makes it like candy. You know what I mean? With the trout, I think it would make it dark meat, really dark.
Not so
meat.
good.
Yeah. So I don't like to do a lot of stuff to it. I mean, they're right from the streams, right from here in New York. Just clean them, gut them. He already knows that. I hope you know that.
Brandon?
Let me put it in front here first. Gut. Gut and clean.
Texting music for John.
But he should know that because we usually do that right in the stream. Because there's some scavengers that'll love that stuff. Hey, well, this is your cooking tip for...
You always wanted interaction on the podcast.
yeah, gut and clean, lemon and water overnight.
And thank you, folks, for calling in with your questions.
Yes. Yeah.
John's cooking tip of the day.
Brandon, that was for you right on the show. There you go. And I hope
You're
that gives
titillated, aren't you?
gives you kickstart. Maybe you'll be smoking them up.
Smoking them?
Yep. They do quick cook pretty quick.
Smoke them if you got
The
'em.
trick with smoked trout, and here's a big one for me. You know me. I like jerky. You know what I mean? And I like
He likes his jerky.
I like the fish that way too. But as far as the trout go, because they have a row of bones that if you cook them just right, you can peel them right out and not get a one in your mouth. So if you overcook them, which I like to do a lot, it's a lot harder to get the bones out of it because they're kind of like, it's more dry, so it's less moisture, so it's not peeling right out. So with those, it's like they still got to be a little soft on their way to jerky is perfect. And then you can clean
Jerky.
them. That's the whole point, is cleaning them. That's the hardest thing about smoked trout is they're not huge, and the cleaning them is a pain. But what a sweet, sweet meat it makes. Oh, Jay had it on the show, remember? I brought it.
Yeah.
Brought it on the show. It was fantastic. Love that shit. That's the stuff I should be doing instead of
Jerking it?
sending emails.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on Buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
and on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Check back in next week because the big guy's returning. Episode 131.
That's the way the story goes, but you
Yeah.
know how things change.
What an asshole!
You're goddamn right I do. So here come 2 words for you. Shut the fuck up.
That's right. That's right. That's not going to change. The only person who can derail that one is you.
Did we say a Friday?
Saturday.
Okay. Because I think I have to pick Samantha up from homecoming.
On Friday?
Yeah.
Oh!
She's got a lot more school spirit than I ever had.
Well, yeah, in high school, you were all droned out. I think we had a little bit in middle school. But by the time high school came around, nah.
Nah. Not doing me good. I'm not doing you good.
Wow.
Hey, Peter, it's 7 o'clock and you've still got your pants on. What's the occasion?
Hey.
Again, Monday, all hell breaking loose. Reports are that Tom Petty died at 67 years old.
That's what I keep hearing.
From,
I keep hearing about him hanging on by a thread, though, too.
Yeah. I keep we heard every
7:39 Monday.
7:39. You know where your pants are?
Yeah, what's the occasion?
You want me to check here? I'll check. See if
Update.
I'm not seeing anything else, so I think he's dead. If he's not, it's not looking too well. But who knows? He could perk up. Last we're hearing is that he's dead, and I heard it from. I read it from
He just finished a world
big
tour.
outlets. Yeah, he just finished touring and stuff. They said he had a major cardiac arrest. They found him unconscious in his home. They took him to the hospital, and he was on life support. And today they unplugged him. Being Monday today, they unplugged him. And most of the reports said he died. He was dead. And then there's just a couple lingering ones that said he was still boop, 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 doop.
He wasn't that old.
67.
How was his partying like?
I don't know. Me and Tom didn't get to hang out that much.
It's too bad. You really missed a good time.
At his age, probably, I'm thinking of, I don't think he was a huge partier to begin with. Like over the top crazy rock star party. So, but obviously, it's kind of funky when like a major rock star from our youth, you know what I mean?
We've been losing
dies.
A lot of musicians this last couple of years.
Yeah, but I consider Tom Petty like really in our wheelhouse of, you know what I mean? Like, like a lot of the other rock stars that have been, some of them that have been dying off is, how can I put it this way? Our wheelhouse is more 70s, 80s. You know what I mean? Like David Bowie and stuff, I feel like they started in very late 60s, and everything.
I'm thinking I should change beer for the months that this thing happens.
Oh, not again. Not again.
There's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
Here we go.
I go to the same.
Hold on, folks.
I go to the same fucking place in the same.
Rest in peace, Tom Petty. You don't have to hear this shit anymore.
All the time. And and I go to the same exact spot where there's plenty of Busch Light, nice and cold, and 30 packs. You think I can find them? No. Why? Because they had to change the box, and along with the box, they changed the label, and it pisses me off. Look at this.
What'll that asshole think of next?
Come on.
Oh, boy.
What is... You know what? There's some sort of thing here that you could win. I better win something, and I'll stop bitching about it if I can win something. I think they got a trip to Montana.
Here's your beer, asshole.
I think you get a gold top or something like that. I don't know why they got to do this to me every year.
Like it matters.
Why do you want that beer so
Same
bad?
fucking beer.
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
The can sounded different. Didn't spurt
different.
like they...
Spurt.
Something. So what do we have to do for the top 10? I've got to give 2 for your every one.
You can do the top 10 yourself again.
No, you got to do some.
First, I'm going to say, because I don't get a chance to do that, because we don't have a football podcast, but my team is 3-1, so I'll...
The Bills make me wanna shout, kick your heels up and shout, throw your hands hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on.
What are the Raiders, huh?
Make it happen now.
2-2?
Now come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Say you will.
Shout it right now, baby.
Say you will.
Come on, come on.
Say you will.
Come on and shout.
Say you will.
Yeah. Buffalo's happening now. We're on the move now. The Bills are happening now. They're making it happen now. We've got the spirit, a lot of spirit, yeah. We've got the spirit. Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
The Bills make me wanna.
And beating 2 undefeated teams in the last 2 weeks.
It's always a little disgusting to be around Bob in football season when the Bills are winning. It really is.
He
gets
you wouldn't
almost-
know in the last 18 years because
Almost
that hasn't happened.
Too happy. Too happy. Every life.
You know what?
It's the definition of a good life.
This is going to
Is
start
football season. Bills winning. That's the predecessor to Bob's whole week right there.
Hey, Yankees tomorrow night, Tuesday night playoff game. It's been a few years since we've seen a Yankee playoff game.
That's right.
Bob's sports world is fabulous right now. Hey, you know
Giving
what?
him a great big cartilage.
The one- Where is that?
You come down in your best little boy suit and expect me not to get a raging cartilager?
You know what? In my experience, the last 2 decades with the Bills, this could be the best it's going to get for this season. It could be all downhill. So I'm going to enjoy it while I fucking can.
Yeah.
Every little ounce of it.
It's a good plan.
Yeah, your Raiders not doing so well. They just lost their quarterback for about 2 weeks or more
Again.
with a fractured back.
Ooh.
Yep. Raiders not doing so well. Jay Steelers are 3-1 though.
All
They're
right.
doing well.
Yeah. And let's not forget John Fowler.
Yes, Mr. Fowler. Hopefully he's doing a lot better after
Steelers through and through.
his little health
He's had a
scare there.
couple episodes.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
No.
I was going to say we got together.
I
we
could
gotta
play the
get
Raiders
together.
one, but you didn't win this week, so I can't hit the button.
Well, that's all right.
The wind isn't like a Raider this week.
No.
Dun 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 dun.
What you gonna do?
But that's okay because your backup quarterback is E.J. Manuel, who's with the Bills, and you're welcome, and you're not going to be happy with that.
I know.
Well,
You've been really happy with your thingies.
This weekend,
You haven't been saying anything about your and Jay's standings.
I'm waiting for Jay.
Well, you better get here.
He will be.
I'm looking for you.
Hey, the Dolphins lost. The Patriots lost. The Jets didn't.
Well, you got to have Jay for that.
Cowboys lost. I mean, it was a really good weekend, football-wise. Couldn't have asked much better.
Gave Bob a raging cartilage.
That's right. Raging.
Sounds super cool.
That's right. That's right, Mr. Grumpy Puss.
That's right.
All right. Well, we got to do what we got to do. We got to do something here, don't we?
Yeah, I told you. We're gonna do.
Yeah.
In your face.
Makes me happy,
All over
actually.
the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Bob and John, super duper variety power hour.
I am not gay, senor. You just make me do gay things.
White trash name. Guess.
This goes
Mandy.
on a long time.
Nope.
Marilyn.
Nope.
Brittany.
Nope.
Whole 40
Tiffany.
seconds.
Nope.
Candace.
Nope.
Don't fuck with me on this. I know this shit.
Do you see me fucking with you? I'm not,
All right, speed round. I'm going to rattle off some names, and when I hit
You
it,
do
fucking
it.
buzz it, okay?
I will tell you.
You got me?
Yeah.
All right, Brandy, Heather, Channing, Brianna, Amber, Sabrina, Melody, Dakota, Sierra, Bambi, Crystal, Samantha, Autumn, Ruby, Taylor, Tara, Tammy, Lauren, Charlene, Chantel, Courtney, Misty, Jenny, Krista, Mindy, Noelle, Shelby, Trina, Reba, Cassandra, Nikki, Kelsey, Shauna, Jolene, Erling, Claudine, Savannah, Casey, Dolly, Kendra, Kylie, Chloe, Devin, Emily, fucking Becky.
Nope.
Wait, was it any one of those names with a Lynn after it?
Yes.
Oh, I got you, motherfucker. I got you. Okay. Brandy Lynn, Heather Lynn,
Tammy Lynn.
Fuck!
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on Buzzsprout.com and iTunes, or
at Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
And on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. All right. Get with it.
All right. We're doing seeing as I'm fresh back from Italy, and I'm not probably going intercontinental anytime soon. We decided to, and this is good because I owe Samantha a trip, so I'd like it to be one that was a big check off for everybody. So we decided our top 10 places we'd like to see within the United States of America, without leaving the home soil. No passport required.
And Hawaii is on that.
Correct.
And Alaska, too.
Yes, agree. I agree.
I'll let you go first because I have to make my list up right now.
Okay. Well, the first one, I actually had to dig a little because what happened to me is now that I've been on this tour, I realized that if I'm going to choose a thing, because I have a lot of things I want to see, but if they're all in the same state, if you plan it, you can see them all on your vacation.
Okay.
So I kind of whittled them down in that sort of, if they're in the same state, it's part of my number choice. So my last one, I had to dig a little bit, and because A, it's the most southern, B, it's wicked big, C, I have to experience barbecue and a rodeo in Texas. So at some point, I'd like to get
Texas.
I'd like to get to Texas. I would like to get to Texas at some point.
You'd like to get to Texas sometime, would you?
Yes.
Would you now?
And I'd have to do a little research. What would be my priorities? But like I said, one of going to a barbecue, one of those barbecue smokeouts. You know what I mean? The contestants are grilling for.
Oh, they're grilling.
Yeah, I'd love to go to one of those and a serious rodeo. I know they do them up right there. So and then those are only two things, and those are like simple events. I'm sure Texas has a lot. Dallas is a big city. There's a lot of different places. I think they have some great lakes in Texas.
I'm not quite sure.
Austin, I think. There's some places where I'd definitely like to see that bit at some point. So that was my number 10. Low on my list because mostly, and don't be upset if I'm not thinking of it off the top of my head, but compared to some of the other things on my list, I don't know a lot of natural stuff there. We'll get to the rest of mine, and then you'll know what I mean. Like, there's a lot of national parks I want to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not sure how many there are in Texas.
You got the Alamo.
Yeah?
San Antonio, the Alamo.
See? Got to see that.
Ozzy peed there.
He got arrested, too, didn't he?
For peeing on the Alamo, yeah. He got banned there, too.
You're not supposed to do that.
3 things he did in Texas. He peed there, got arrested there, and got banned from there.
All right. No more Ozzy.
Trifecta.
Yeah.
My number 10 would be Grand Canyon.
Okay.
That's
Grand Canyon would be on my list, but I've been there. So I didn't put things I've been. This is my...
When did you go to the Grand Canyon?
The ex-wife won that trip to Vegas, so we did Vegas, the Hoover Dam, and Grand Canyon while we were there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bang,
bang, bang, bang.
It was not a happy day for me waking up, but I did it.
It's never a happy day for John waking
and
up.
We did that, so.
Yeah, never a happy day.
So I don't have those 3, which would be on my list, but I check them off.
How'd that go?
Check them off. So that brings me to number 9.
Yeah.
And there's a couple different great things to see in this place. I know a couple that are going this weekend. New Orleans. Yeah. I'd like to see a little New Orleans, especially that
Mardi Gras
if you
area, Bourbon Street.
If you could do it during Mardi Gras, I'm sure that would be entertaining. But
actually,
depending on how you feel,
I'd
maybe
prefer
you're gonna
not
chicken
to do
off
it.
season.
I'd
and
prefer
be
to
able
do it off season to enjoy it, enjoy more history of it.
Yeah, exactly. This
Than
is
the party of it. I'm not as interested in the party of it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I could do either way. I could enjoy it.
There seems to have been a misunderstanding about what kind of boat guys we're going to be.
So that's a pretty good one. The old French Quarters.
Yeah.
I believe it's there,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be neat. That would be neat.
Get on head on fool.
You know.
Get on head on fool.
Little crawdad, chicken gizzards. Whoo, boy, I guarantee it.
My number 9 is I just put down it's 2 places in this state, so I put the state down.
That's good.
Which is Ohio,
because
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Oh, see, there
which
you
is
go.
Canton and Cleveland. So I'd like to go check out those 2 things. They're on the old this
bucket
country.
list.
Yeah. They're 2 things that definitely want to go see.
That's
be able
good.
to mark off.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
Yeah, be able to mark off.
Both of those in Ohio?
Yeah, Canton, Ohio's pretty much down the. Listen, I don't know the distance, but it's pretty much down the road from Cleveland.
How did they get to be the place to be?
I think that's where football started.
Oh, yeah?
Canton, yeah. That was the birth of football in Canton, Ohio.
All right.
You're number 8?
Number 8. And I've been saying this one a long time because it's wicked close considering I have never been there. Washington, D.C.
Oh, my Lord. I could go to Washington. I could go there like yearly.
So much, and it's so close. So that, I think, is heavier on my list.
I think we have to do a roadie.
Yeah, I think it's
I
heavier.
think we have to pack up Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour and do a roadie to Washington. So you could spend a week just going through the Smithsonian stuff, let alone all the other stuff.
Yeah.
You
Easy.
know what I mean? That's just crazy. Yeah, crazy.
I mean, that's only like how many hours 4 or 5 hours in a car?
8 to 10.
Oh, see, I've been used to a plane now.
Yeah. No, it's not that bad though. It really isn't. I drove all the way down there, and I drove all the way back. Matter of fact, I drove both ways.
See, 8 to 10 in a car is usually pressing my buttons. That's why.
What we did when we went down is that we stayed in Maryland.
I'd like to see Maryland. I haven't been in Maryland. That would be a nice day.
What we did was we
beach, right? There's beaches and oceans.
Yeah. We went down, stayed in Maryland, and it was like I don't even remember, one of those Comfort Inns or something. They had like a bunch of hotels around, and you just drove down to the train station because it's like ends up coming in underground in Washington. Drop your car off there, get on the train, go in. It's like an hour or something.
It's like driving to Terrytown and getting the train into the city.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then you literally pop up. I think we popped up where the train is and everything. You pop up right by the, what do they call that? The, right in the middle of everything in Washington there, where all the Smithsonians are and everything. And
where's the White House?
Congress on one end. Everything's right in that area.
City, right?
Yeah,
it's the city.
It's easy. Everything's pretty. Anything you want to see is really walkable.
That should be a jackpot right there.
Yeah. I think we should plan that one in the fairly near future.
How is it in the winter? Those winter months are easier for me to do things.
Fuck that. Because there's a lot of outside. You want a lot of outside walking stuff.
Fall
would probably be a good one, or even spring.
Yep.
Even like late April, early May.
Yeah.
I think we went down. Yeah, I think we went down in like late April, early May. Because I remember the big thing, the cherry blossoms came out.
Ah, yes, of course.
That type of thing.
It is a big deal.
Yeah. I could, like I said, there's so much stuff to see down there. It takes several trips to see
tons
everything.
of museums.
Well, the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
The Smithsonian just
the
isn't.
museum.
Well, yeah, it's got several buildings that you can just like all over the mall. That's what I'm thinking of, the National Mall. I think we came up somewhere around the National Mall, right out of the train, so you're right in the middle of everything. And
the Lincoln Memorial.
You know what? I don't think I've seen the Lincoln Memorial.
I need a picture there.
I've been to we went to the Vietnam, and I think
Unknown Soldier.
Yes, because that's in Arlington, and we went to Arlington, and we saw the changing of the the guards there. We walked all around Arlington. That was an exhausting time.
Yeah, well, it can be.
Yeah, and that's when I was in shape. I'd have to like work out and get in shape just to do a trip like this. But I want to do it again because it just it was incredibly fun.
Yeah. So what's your number 8?
Mount Rushmore.
Ah, that's a good one. You know,
Mount Rushmore.
See, now I can't think of too many other. How did this site get chosen? Do you have any idea? What else is there to do in South Dakota? If you go there to see Mount Rushmore, what else do you get to see? Like, who chose that? Was there just a great sculptor there that started this project?
Well, there was somebody who was in charge of it. I saw a whole thing on it. Now I forgot.
Maybe the mountain was just the right shape.
Well, yeah, I think they did a lot of scouting and stuff, and maybe what it was made out of too.
Right? Yeah, but makes a big for sculpting.
Yeah.
Makes a big.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure. I haven't done my.
That's on my list. On it comes later.
But that would be extremely interesting to go check that out.
Yeah. You
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. My 7?
You're 7.
And this is really kind of funny and vague because it's big, but Alaska. Alaska's on my list.
Alaska doesn't thrill me at all. It just looks like it would just be like cold, painful. I have no interest in it at all.
There's still just a lot of wildlife. You could go places and see nature, the way it used to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Across the country. And it's not like that here anymore. So I'd like to be up in the little bit wild country. I'd probably maybe even I'm not a huge sportsman as far as fishing and hunting. I've done it all my life, but I'm not like crazy like a lot of my friends are. I'd even want to do a little bit of sporting while I was there because, it's the world's greatest place for fishing and hunting. You know what I mean? So maybe I would even get and it's funny, too. It's unfortunate if you get like a fish that's worth mounting.
He said
unless
mounting.
something's changed, you lose the meat.
He said mounting.
In order to get the mount, So
yeah.
I don't know if I'm that interested in a mount at all or not, but I'd at least want to go on some site like a moose sighting. That would be
moose.
Get some pictures with a moose.
Yeah.
I'll get as close as possible. That'll be a fun game. That's entertaining.
That's entertaining. My number 7 is actually I've been there, and I'd like to go back. Is Gettysburg.
Oh yeah.
I was there as a kid, so I don't think I really appreciate it fully as I probably would now.
Yeah.
I'd like to do I think in one trip down to Florida with my parents, I can't remember as a kid if they were all in 1 year or not, but I know we did Monticello, which is Jefferson. Where was Washington?
You're the history buff.
I know, and I'm
looking at me
I've been so tired lately with everything I've been doing. My brain's not. Oh Jesus! Oh, I gotta look it up now.
I didn't even think about that one.
Monticello, Monticello is Jefferson. Oh my Lord! I can't believe I can't remember this. It's just a brain fart. Why am I just blanking out completely.
Is it all the regions of the Southern battles?
What?
What you're trying to figure out?
No, Monticello was where it was Jefferson's home, and like I've
saw
been
that?
there too. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, interesting as hell.
Can you get in there?
Yeah, it's you can do like a little walkthrough and everything.
Well, because I took a lot of pictures of the churches in Italy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to see the inside, you were going to spend the day in line. You know what I mean?
I don't remember it being like that or anything. Oh dear Lord, come on. Mount Vernon. Jesus, how could I forget that?
Oh.
Mount Vernon is Washington.
Oh.
So I've been to Mount Vernon too.
Right, all right in the same area?
I want to say they're probably you know what? I'm not sure. My brain is not functioning on all this.
All right. Well, we're getting there.
But I'd like to do those trips again as an adult because I think I would enjoy them more.
Yeah. You'd also take some different photos and maybe some video.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's really funny. I'm really starting to turn more towards video because when it's so beautiful, a picture just can't get it all.
Yeah.
Even the panoramic has a hard time getting it all. So I'm finding I use like for beautiful. Well, did you notice on Facebook? It sucks because I can't preview panoramics, but if I post it to Facebook, it's that awesome 360 view where you can look around. I mean, I think it's wicked cool, but they don't let you see it before you post it. My phone won't show that.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What are you on? You're on 6. So I guess my number 7 was like Mount Vernon, Monticello, Gettysburg, that whole thing.
Okay. My number 6 is Bryce Canyon in Utah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I would have to equate it with the Grand Canyon. It was water eroding. Now it's just empty.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful visuals.
Okay.
That's a good one. Well, yeah, go ahead. Your
You want
number
me to go
6.
ahead?
Yeah.
My number 6 is Philly.
Ah.
And because I'd like to see, again, historical, it's one of the oldest cities.
You know what popped up, and I didn't use it, a big one. A lot of people go to Seattle. There's a couple big...
I don't have as much interest in
Didn't get
Seattle.
on my list.
Yeah, it didn't get on my list either. Philly, see the what do you call it? The all the historical stuff to do with the time of the Revolutionary War and stuff and all that kind of stuff. Liberty Bell.
Oh, that's a good one.
The steps were rocky, ran up.
I don't think I put a Pennsylvania on here, but there's a lot of stuff in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there is. Yep. But Philly, definitely. I'd like to go see it historically. The historical content.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Your number
5. Smoky Mountains, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Something about the mountains. Even
I'm not as a big fan of going down south. I've been there, not the Smoky Mountains in particular, but been down south and haven't found that much that have been. It was more just heat and pain and anguish.
Your number 5?
Well, I didn't know you had anything more to expand on that one.
No,
Yeah.
it's a big. It's one of the
Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, it's a big one.
My number 5 would be the Windy City, Chicago.
Oh, Chicago would have made mine. I've been to Chicago a couple times. Very much enjoyed it.
Have you actually been around in Chicago?
Yeah, I
or-
stayed there overnight. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a client there that I was the first one on board, so like the whole team went the first year. Then I went back a couple more times, and our salespeople there were pretty cool, so we got to see.
See
As a
some
matter
stuff?
of fact, I even had some time in Lake Michigan. Is like right there. So before the plane, I was on my way to the plane. I went and walked in Lake Michigan. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to
they
see-
still have a lot of like trolley cars and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
was a big thing in Italy. They still do that.
There's a lot of history in Chicago
yeah,
too.
definitely. Hey, I'm not saying I saw all there is to see
Yeah.
in Chicago, but you know,
A lot of history in
yeah,
Chicago.
yeah.
I'd like to go check out.
It's nice city.
Yeah. Yeah. You're number 4?
Mount Rushmore.
Well, there you go.
That's a big one. That one.
Mount
That's a
Rushmore.
That's a huge pick right there.
My number 4 is New Orleans.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Again, there's a bunch of history and
Yep.
and more to take in kind of the music and culture of Bourbon Street, that area and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
check out everything and kind of get the whole feel of that whole thing. You know what I mean?
I think I could do well there. I feel
Yeah.
it. I'm just feeling it.
Yeah. And where don't you feel like you couldn't do well?
Get along.
Get along, little doggy.
I get along.
You're number 3.
Yellowstone National Park.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I
pretty.
th-
That's a pretty good one.
I think Rebecca has been. Yeah, well, she went to Yellowstone.
Some of the national parks
So
coming.
I
up,
kept making
think.
fun of her and asking her if she'd seen Yogi and Boo Boo.
Well, that's another one. Montana. What else are you? I mean, there's a lot to see probably right there.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of different, amazing things. Same. That would be great. I would like to see that. There, natural wonders.
Yeah.
You know.
My number 3 actually probably would surprise you.
Maybe
Nashville. I've driven by Nashville
my
when
parents
I was training
went,
down
and,
there.
and yeah,
When
it's still. It might be country, but it's still some rock and roll.
I think it's music.
You know?
Yeah,
it's music.
I just like to check out the whole scene of it. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
You know. Oh boy.
Why do you want that beer so bad? Because he's thirsty, dummy.
John doesn't know, but I called Bush and told them to change their thing because it would piss him off.
I did. I would do Nashville.
Yeah, I think it would just be interesting. Again, with all the music and everything and all that. Probably got some great guitar shops down there.
Oh, I'm sure you'd walk away with something.
You're number 2?
Colorado. I haven't been to Colorado, and there's a couple things to see there. There, the Mesa Verde. It's real ancient ruins. People that lived in the mountains and they just
Mesa
disappeared.
Verde or Mesa Verde?
Verde, yeah.
Is that it? Is that Mesa Verde?
Yep.
Okay.
My pen, is pissing me off lately.
Pissing him off.
So I love ancient ruins. I love that shit. So
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. And there we have the Rocky Mountains, and also
I don't have the John Denver songs here somewhere.
Glacial
Or Joe Walsh.
National Park is also in Colorado. So there's some great places to see there.
Check out.
So that one's up. That's why it's up on my list, because there's multiple things. And Colorado's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's not teeny.
It's not teeny.
I think it's legal to smoke weed there, too.
Yes, it is.
Jackpot.
Yeah, well, there you go. My number 2, you said Texas, but I defined it a little bit more. I like to go to Austin.
Austin, yeah.
Big music scene, huge,
things
just as big as Nashville is, I think.
Yeah.
I'd like to go and check all that out. And my guitar teacher, Matt Smith, is in Austin.
Maybe catch a show.
Yeah.
Winner, chicken dinner
That's
right
right.
there.
That's right.
Ding!
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Get some backstage pics. You guys are chums.
So in Austin, yeah, and I'd like to go to Austin and be able to check out that, get the whole local flavor of it and everything.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if you remember. I remember growing up on Channel 17 and watching music, Austin City Limits on PBS. They always, they had all sorts of music on that, and that's where that was filmed and everything. A lot of good stuff there. You're number 1.
This I never realized, and until I did this list, I didn't realize that I might have the best opportunity there is right now. And I decided California has some of the most amazing things I want to see.
Wow, get to the whole state, huh?
Well, yeah, I do want to see. I'd have to see the whole state, but they have.
I would put San Francisco on my list, except that Rebecca lives there, so I'll probably will. That probably will be the first one that would be on the list that I'd go see. So that's why I didn't put it on there, because I know that's an inevitability.
That's on my list, as is Los Angeles, but also in California is the Redwood Natural Forest. Those are the biggest fucking trees on Earth, pretty much. I want to see that.
You can go visit Tom Gray and hug a tree.
I want to see that shit big time. That would be cool. Also, Yosemite.
Hi, Tom.
Yosemite is in California, and so is the Big Sur. So, there's a ton of great stuff to see right in California. I didn't really...
Wine country.
Everybody always talks about Los Angeles, and I forgot about Venice Beach.
Yeah.
That's there, too.
Wine country.
Absolutely. Everybody talks about San Francisco and Los Angeles, but, I mean, the state itself has amazing national parks. Three of the biggest.
It's a big fucking state.
It's huge. And with a lot of national parks.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a big
where
fucking
people aren't
state.
Building shit. You're going in to see it the way it was,
Yeah, it's a big
pretty
fucking
awesome.
state.
I'm surprised I haven't seen more of that shit from Rebecca.
What?
Like those state parks and stuff like that. Because she's adventurous that way. She goes and does hikes and stuff and likes that kind of thing.
Because she's been going out of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
she just spent a week in Montenegro. So, she's gone out of the country more.
She's been in California for a couple of years now, right?
Yeah, she's seen a lot of it.
I know. I've seen a lot of different stuff, but there's some hot springs and some pools that are.
Well, I think part of the problem is that her vacations have either been out of the country or coming home.
She got
So she's kind of more limited to doing weekend stuff.
Yeah.
Where she can get back and forth. You know what I mean? Because I think she'd like to discover more, especially down Southern California way, but she hadn't had the time yet.
Giant redwood forest, man, totally turns me on. Yeah.
He said wood.
I mean, these trees are big enough that they honed them out to drive through.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge fucking trees.
Huge. Could you guess what my number one is?
I'm not sure because you threw me some strange ones there. So, number one. Your number one? You already mentioned
10 seconds, Jeff.
Football Hall of Fame. You already mentioned that one.
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Hey,
yeah.
There you go.
I forget about how magnificent it is because I did go. But yeah, there's active volcanoes on a lot of those islands.
Huge Magnum PI fan, so I fell in love with wanting to go to Hawaii. And obviously, and historical, I want to see Pearl Harbor and all that. Just a lot of, so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is a great place.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got it.
You glad we got it?
Yeah. I mean, people must have been, you'd think people would have wanted that shit. That's prime location, not only for beauty and culture, but military.
Well.
And that's why they bombed Pearl Harbor.
Sounds like you have a dick in your mouth.
Bomb Pearl Harbor.
You heard me.
No, they bombed Pearl Harbor because we had our whole Pacific Fleet.
That's what I mean. It's
in there, which we learned not to ever do again.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, back then that was crazy thought. Like, you'll never make what? You never make it all the way out here. We'll know by the time they get out here. We'll be all set. Oopsie.
Oops.
I hope they don't do that same thought with North Korea. Like, they'll never make it over here.
No, that's what I worry about. Everybody.
Well, that's our top 10.
That's all, folks.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com, on buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
At Loose and Buttery on Twitter or Instagram and Facebook Live.
and on our YouTube page. No.
I got him.
Sounds like you have a dick in your mouth.
That's not right. Our YouTube channel or Facebook page at Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Hey now.
That's nasty.
Yeah, that is.
That's right.
What did you learn, John?
Pennsylvania's really close.
Okay.
And Washington, D.C. is a little more farther.
8 to 10 hours away.
Yeah, a little farther than I thought.
By car?
Can
what
we
did
do
I
a
learn?
train to it?
I think you'd have to go out of New York. But I don't know if you take it by car.
Yeah.
Easier that way. What did
long
I
as you're driving.
learn? I learned that John is glad we have Hawaii.
I love Hawaii. I do.
He wouldn't know what to do without it, I guess.
There's a lot of islands, too. It's not just one. There's Honolulu,
Yes.
Haleakala, Kiowa. There's like
There's a
nine
whole-
major ones
yeah.
that you can
Kauai.
easily.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. That's why they're called the Hawaiian Islands.
That's right.
And
Tropical on one side, sunny on the other.
come check us out October 28th
Oh yeah,
at
dinosaur, we're there.
the Dinosaur Barbecue in Troy, New York. October 28th, 1:51, so we can rock your socks off. Come check us out. Say goodnight, John.
Good night, John.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.